Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 20, Episode 2 of Cthulhu Death May Die. We are playing the Unknowable box with the lost Episode 4, Hypnos. We've got Azathoth and Hypnos on the board. Let's jump into Round 2 gameplay. Okay, jumping into round number 2, we've got Hypnos on the board. We've got our investigators trying to solve for these spheres that they have across the board. We've been able to destroy one or two of them in the last round. We've also got Houdini, Agnes, and Eve on the board. Here's a picture of Eve. I'll do a quick read of her bio here. It says, Eve Blanchett, Bordeaux, France. The horror these things inspire is a fascinating phenomenon. Eve's doctoral thesis was on family dynamics, a far cry from the work she finds herself doing now. While she spends most of her time investigating cult activities and helping brandish old ones back to where they came from, the trauma of dealing with these creatures cannot be undersold. Simply being proximate to entities so beyond human understanding has a profound negative effect on the human psyche. Eve has found that many techniques in this psych therapy are great use easing troubled minds, although there is certainly a point of no return. Okay, so she's sort of addressing the madness that is implied in our insanity check here. So we've got Eve. Of course, that madness is no better exemplified than in the great old one, Azathoth. That's our evil great old one for this episode. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsor and then jump into round number 2 gameplay. Thanks for watching. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got Nereus Media as a special guest sponsor for this Halloween season. Check out Clones, Antichrist, and Flesh Androids, wrapping up with the Trump trilogy and the God Emperor Trump. We've also got our August Moldenhauer and Giuseppe Balsamo tattoo journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, including the genealogy of Cthulhu, the necromancy of Nyarlathotep, and the alchemy of Azathoth. Our 3 volumes of the artificial psychology of desiring machines. We have a podcast channel as well, where you can pick up our book version of that with the Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, the Esoteric Saturn Mysteries, and our latest Dirges of the Alabaster Kings. And finally, Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamland Saga, which takes place in H.P. Lovecraft's Dreamlands, Book 1, in the city of Celophace, Hope's home in Dalathleen, and Stubborn Devotions at the Temple of Hypnos in Ruined Thrawn. Now back to our gameplay. Okay, back to the top of the lineup. So we've got Houdini. Let's have him smash this one sphere. He can roll a success. And he is going to count once, get this extra die as well. The sphere has 1 damage. Let's just mark the damage here on the board. I guess we'll let him go again. 1 more attack. It does 2 more damage, that's the 3. So he's going to be able to take another one of these spheres in the collection. We need 7 off the board. So that's Houdini. Let's have him also heal up this for his 3rd action. And we'll move on to Agnes. Agnes will go ahead and... Oh, actually, sorry. What am I doing? We have to draw his Mythos card first. Sorry. Oops. We've got the Dream Lord. Hypnos is on the board. That investigator takes 2 stress. Okay, so he has 2 stress here. Otherwise, Hypnos moves 2 spaces towards you. So Hypnos is now in the room with... It says, When destroyed, place Hypnos on the board of the nearest investigator until it's summoned again. While there, the investigator loses 2 sanity at the end of each of their turns. Oh, so if he's destroyed, we put him on the board and then he can get summoned again. And then while if Hypnos is on the board, he moves 1 space. If Hypnos is on the investigator board, the enemy nearest that investigator moves directly into their space. Oh, okay, so Hypnos kind of sends nightmares in this game, so that's kind of good to know. Hypnos is in the room. This means fight or flight. Hypnos gets to do an attack on Houdini. That'll be 2 and 3. So Hypnos is going to do a huge amount of damage here. That's 1, 2, 3 hits on Houdini. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for him. Let's go over to Agnes. Agnes will go ahead and let's have Agnes backtrack to help out Houdini. She'll go in 1, and then she's going to be able to do 4. Whoa, wow, she does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. So Hypnos has 4 damage, so she will be, so Hypnos will go on Agnes's card. Here's Hypnos again, floating on a cloud with his, so Hypnos is there. And when Hypnos goes on someone's board, the monster, when Hypnos, the enemy nearest that investigator moves directly onto their space. So an enemy on this moves directly onto the space. So let's have her also fight this enemy for her 3rd action. And nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a Mythos card. Each investigator takes 1 stress. And we will go to enemy can attack her, so that cultist can attack Agnes for 2. And no damage. Okay, so that is going to end the turn effects. We have 2 elder signs here. Let's go to Eve's turn. So now Eve will go ahead and she will attack this sphere. So she's able to attack the sphere +1 die. She gives the sphere 1 damage. Let's have her do 1 more attack. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now Eve has gotten her sphere, so it's a total of 3 spheres off the board. And that's going to be the end of her actions. Eve will go ahead and grab her card. It says, place a previously destroyed dream sphere back onto the board in your space. Then move it 2 spaces toward the starting space. Well, okay, so she's here, and we move it back to the starting space. So, unfortunately, that's that. But we don't get an Elder Sign for another turn, so that's going to delay the old one from coming across. And we will see you guys in the next round. I'll do a quick fly over the board, and we'll talk to you in the next round. Take care. Bye-bye.